America is a land of great museums, and every museum has spellbinding stories to tell.
These days, everything pretty much has a price tag and can be bought easily as long as you have the right funds and connections. Of course, some things can't be bought, intangible things. But can you believe the things in this world with ridiculously high price tags? Even billionaires can't afford them. In this day and age, if you have the right amount of money, you can buy influence and connections throughout the world as long as you have billions in your name and you're willing to keep it that way. But not all have a price tag and can be bought like priceless collections. Hey guys, how have you been doing? Welcome back to our channel once again, where in today's episode, we'll be discussing another curious yet interesting topic about the expensive things that even billionaires can't afford. So, to know more about today's discussion, make sure you've already liked today's video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel with the notifications turned on so you'll be notified as soon as we get a new video uploaded. The Smithsonian Museums. Considered as one of the world's most prestigious, with a collection of 23 museums, gardens, zoos, galleries, and also a castle, it practically holds the whole comprehensive history of the United States. The museum is publicly funded, and visitors who go to the museums expect museum admissions to be free. In 2018 alone, the US government allocated a budget worth $1 billion that opened its doors to approximately 28.5 million visitors. The artifacts alone are quite priceless, and a lot of billionaires would love to get their hands on them, but of course, these are not for sale. One of the interesting items the museum holds is previous US President Abraham Lincoln's top hat, which he wore on the night of his assassination. The Apollo 11 command module that landed the first 2 men on the moon, and the first ever modeled powered airplane by the Wright brothers, the 1903 Wright Flyer. Also housed at the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History is another priceless collection called the National Numismatic Collection. It features a 1 million piece collection that exhibits coins, decorations, medals, and pieces of paper money from across the globe throughout different cultures back in the day. It features a gold nugget, which dates back to 1848, and a 1787 brasher doubloon with an estimated worth of 4.5 million if it ever went for sale, and the Indian head St. Gaudens double eagle dated from 1910. These pieces are on a rotating exhibit from the museum, with each of these items having an estimated worth amounting to billions. Donald Miller's stolen collection. Back in 2014, the home of 91-year-old Donald Miller, who is considered the real-life Indiana Jones, was raided by the FBI's art crime team. Donald had been known to be illegally collecting artifacts from around the world, and artifacts they found were quite staggering since his entire home was practically a museum. How did he end up with that, you ask? Miller spent over 60 years illegally digging and confiscating over 40,000 of these rare items, which included pottery, ceramics, weapons, and over 2,000 human bones, which were Native Americans from their native burial sites. He had collected items from more than half of the countries across the globe for over 8 decades, which included pieces from Peru, Haiti, New Guinea, Australia, and China. Over half of his collection was identified to belong to the Native Americans, with the other half sourced from across the globe. Violating antiquities laws, Miller admitted that he did keep these artifacts from the expeditions he went on around the world, and he even has a Ming Dynasty jade from China, which is worth $1.2 million, fossils valued at $99,000, and a Confederate $1,000 bill priced at $75,000. The FBI has claimed that it may take several more years to catalog his stolen collection and more time to return them to their respective countries. The Museum of Modern Art. If priceless collections are the topic, then it would be a crime not to include New York City's Museum of Modern Art in today's list. Called MoMA for short, it is home to many great art pieces for notable painters and artists from across the globe throughout history. Over 200,000 artworks are housed in their premises, of which the most prominent include the work of Pablo Picasso entitled Les Demoiselles, which has an estimated net worth of $1.2 billion, and of course, Vincent van Gogh's The Starry Night, which has been the topic of public discourse over the years and has an estimated net worth of $500 million. All in all, the collections held at the MoMA are estimated to be worth trillions, which is a far-fetched price even for the billionaires of today. Art pieces kept in storage. Another thing that billionaires can't ever get their hands on is the numerous art pieces kept in storage. That's right, there are still still a lot of art pieces from famous artists across the globe who have not yet seen the light of day due to several reasons. For example, the Museum of Modern Art only exhibits 24 out of 1,221 works by famed artist Pablo Picasso. Most museums don't have enough space to display the entire collections in one go, while some items that are just purchased recently sit still in crates. While some pieces just do not align with the museum's current theme. Did you know that 97% of Guggenheim's collection is in storage? Or that France's Louvre Museum keeps 92% of its collection kept out of the public sight? And the United Kingdom's Tate Museum has 80% of its collection locked up in storage. One study reported that by selling just 1% of a museum's collection, they can be free for life. However, certain laws prohibit the selling of rare items and artifacts, and only allow the sale of paintings and artworks if it's to purchase more art. More billionaires actually use museums for tax purposes, wherein they donate valuable items and then they claim the donations as a tax write-off. For this objective and action alone, a real conflict of interest may arise if a billionaire purchases and donates artwork for the same museum. Princeton University's coin collection. Before money was used in olden times, people relied on bartering to make a living. But since the introduction of money and currency, different cultures from across the globe have their own currency, and many of these, especially from ancient times, are quite priceless. The university is home to a $100,000 coin collection, which includes colonial coins used back in the US colonial period, the Byzantine Empire, and the Greek and Roman empires, and has been collecting items since 1849. The coin collection is available for public viewing and also for private viewing by setting an appointment with a curator. Brown University's stamp collection. Did you know that there's a term for the study and collection of postage stamps? It's called philately, and Brown University has been practicing this study since 1876, which resulted in a massive collection of postage stamps from around the country through different times. The collection contains some of the most prestigious stamps. This is also a popular hobby among the affluent, since stamps are considered important historical artifacts. However, some of these stamps are so rare and are not put up for sale, so it doesn't matter if you have a million or billion in your name. Brown University has a collection of stamps that has been donated by various individuals that comprise 6 distinct collections. More famous of this collection is the world's first stamp. 49 envelopes addressed to Abraham Lincoln in the 1840 English penny black, and the most valuable stamp is the Pan American invert, which came from the 1901 Pan American Expo, which came in 3 versions, the 1 cent, 2 cent, and 4 cent version. A set of these 3 stamps was sold for the price of $199,000 back in 2009, and a block of 4 of this set was auctioned for $1,146,000 during the same auction. In 2011, an estimate was made about the university's entire stamp collection, and it was determined it had a net worth of $10 million. But like other curators and collectors, the university spent too much time and prides itself on acquiring these pieces over the years, so you best believe they are not for sale. The Ophir Gem Collection. Next on the list is a collection of precious stones, 40 to be exact, that's certified by the Gemological Institution of America, GIA. Many of them are famous for being the largest known specimens of their kind in the world, called the Ophir Gem Collection, located in Delaware and owned by a company known as Ophir Collection LLC. These collections are so rare that the estimate of the net worth of each gem comes in as high as $2 million per carat, or $35.5 million per gem. Out of the 40, 9 of these gems are officially recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as being the largest by carats of their kind. The largest of them all is the blue sapphire, a 31,308 carat gem that's just about the size of a dinner plate. Another noteworthy gem in their collection is the brown sapphire, also considered as one of the largest with its 5,905 carat body. UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Finally, last but not least on today's list of expensive things that even billionaires can't afford are the UNESCO World Heritage Sites that are scattered across the globe. These historic locations are priceless and are deemed essential to teaching cultural development across the globe as World Heritage Sites. As of now, there are 1,121 areas included on the World Heritage List, which has an outstanding universal value. Italy has the most number of these heritage sites, with 58 sites marked as culturally significant by UNESCO. Included on this list is the world's largest religious monument found in Cambodia, the Angkor Wat, which attracts 2 million visitors annually. In 2017, the government earned around $62 million from these visitors alone, so that's quite a steep price as well. And with that, we're concluding today's list of expensive things that even billionaires can't afford. There's so much more to life than just precious gems and artifacts that money can't buy, so try and think about that anytime you're feeling stressed about things you can't buy. Thanks for dropping by today's video, and don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel with the alarm bell on so you'll be notified of our fresh uploads. We hope to see you again next time.